North Korea reopened a Red Cross hotline with South Korea today and invited officials from Seoul to talks over the weekend, a further sign the North wants to improve ties after a barrage of threats to wage war this year. Yesterday, North Korea proposed talks to normalize commercial projects, including a joint industrial zone it shut down at the height of tension in early April. North Korea's moves comes ahead of a summit between Chinese President Xi Jinping and US President Barack Obama on Friday in California. Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called for protests across the country to end immediately. At Istanbul airport, he told crowds of supporters welcoming him home from a 4-day North Africa tour that protests bordered on illegality. But as he spoke, thousands of anti-government protesters were also rallying in Istanbul's Taksim Square. The unrest began as a local protest over a park in Istanbul spiraled into nationwide demonstrations. Syria's army has recaptured the only Golan Heights crossing on the ceasefire line with Israel in another setback for rebels a day after they were forced out of the strategic town of Qusayr. Austria, meanwhile, yesterday said it was withdrawing its troops from a UN peacekeeping force on the Golan because of the deteriorating security. Qusayr's capture gives President Bashar al-Assad the upper hand if a US-Russian plan for the first direct peace talks with his opponents materializes. A move towards curbing money laundering and also avoiding possible blacklisting by global anti-money laundering body, Nepal has endorsed 2 ordinances to prevent hawala transactions. The election government during the cabinet meeting also decided to forward the ordinances on anti-money laundering for approval from the president. The ordinances are related to the Second Amendment to the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2008 and the Proceed of Crime Bill. After the cabinet's approval, the ordinances have to be endorsed by the president to become law.